Hi everyone, welcome. FPLMattDay here, and just under a week to go into the new FPL season. I can't wait for it. I'm sure all of you are absolutely buzzing for it as well. And this video, I'm going to cover off my favorite differentials in each position. So it's going to be a quick video, just one pick from each position. So one goalkeeper, one defender, one midfielder, and one forward to look out for that I think is going to do well for the start of the season. So they might not be good for the whole season, but I think they're going to hit the ground running from game week 1 onwards, at least for the first couple of months of the season. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and get your comments in and let me know what you think of my picks. I'm just going to share screen now. I'm going to go through my first differential, and it's going to be in that goalkeeper position. So here it is on screen. You can see all the different goalkeepers. So let's go down to the one I think is a really good differential early on. And it is Brighton's Jason Steele. 5.6% selected. So he's been slept on a little bit. Early fixtures look really, really good there. 3 green fixtures: Luton, Wolves, West Ham. Does get a bit tough with Newcastle and Man United. But then you've got Bournemouth at home there. So that first 6 games, he's got 4 games that are green on the FDR. 4.3 points per game last season with 8 bonus points. And bear in mind, he did not play the whole season. He come in during the season, expected to be that Brighton number 1 as well. And Sanchez has left Brighton too, which makes his job a little bit easier at retaining that number 1 spot. So that's my first differential for goalkeepers. So let's go into my favorite differential amongst defenders. And this season, I think there's a lot of very, very solid defenders to pick from. But the defender I have decided as my favorite differential so far is Ben Mee at 7.4%. And let's go back a step here. You can see here, he was at the 5th highest scoring points defender last season. So again, he's really, really being slept on at 7.4% ownership. And let's have a look at his start to the season: 3.9 points per game. And this season, look at all of that green in there. Okay, tough start at home to Spurs, but what you've got to remember with Tottenham, vulnerable defensively, which means they're probably going to be vulnerable from set pieces. Ben Mee loves to attack from set pieces, from corners. He's very well known for it. And look at those other fixtures: green against Fulham, Palace, Bournemouth, and then even going into game week 6 and 7 with Everton and Forest, Burnley in game week 9. So some really good fixtures to start with for Ben Mee. And really good solid run from game week 1 onwards. So these are all the types of picks you want to be aiming for up until your first wildcard. So let's go into my favorite differential midfielder. And just bear in mind, all of these differentials are below 10% owned, which makes them very differential, of course, because that's what makes up a differential, in my opinion, is if they're below 10% owned. And my midfielder I'm going to pick, he's 4.2% owned, and it's Leandro Trossard from Arsenal. Last season, when he did play, 4.3 points per game, priced at 7 million. That's really, really good numbers. And if you go into the fixtures here, Forest, Palace, Fulham, Man United, but that is at home, Everton, Tottenham, but that's also at home, and Bournemouth in that opening 7 games. You've got 5 green fixtures there as well. A lot of people are probably thinking, yeah, but Arsenal have got so many attackers. But what we have seen in this pre-season with Trossard is now Gabriel Jesus, he's got that injury. And we've seen Trossard score goals in pre-season, but also operate anywhere in that front three, but in particular in that centre forward position. And we saw him do that at times last season as well for Arsenal. But this could be a good opportunity for Leandro Trossard in the early parts of the season to get some minutes, because there's always these players in the early start of the season that go under the radar and start and hit the ground running. And I think Trossard has the potential to be one of those. So let's go to my final differential, and it's going to be my forward differential. And as I mentioned, just one player from each position. And I'm going to go back onto the Brentford theme, and I am going to go with Johanna Visser there at £6 million. No Ivan Toney. He is banned until January, as we all know. And Visser at 6 million has the potential to be an absolute bargain there. Last season, as you can see, 7 goals and 4 assists. Doesn't sound like much, but he was classified as a midfielder. Now he's likely going to move into that forward role, that striker central role, and it makes him a really, really good option. Currently only 4.1% selected. And again, we spoke about these fixtures with Ben Mee, but so much green in there. And even in these fixtures, if you go from all the way from 1 to 9 and he starts in every single one of these, and even if he returns in 4 to 5 of them, that's pretty good going, because at 6 million, Visser is likely just to be a rotation striker that you rotate in and out of your team from the bench. And some of these fixtures, you could have him in there, he will score, and he will likely get that bonus as well, as Brentford don't have a huge amount of goal scorers in their side. But there you have it. That's my favourite differentials ready for game week 1. These are the players I think are going to have a good, solid start to the season. Let me know what you think in the comments. As I mentioned before, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. All the support is really appreciated. Give this video a like, and there's going to be plenty of content coming this season. This week as well in particular, there's going to be a short every single day leading up to game week 1. And if you are still viewing the video at this point and you're at the Fantasy Football Fest on Friday in the UK, I'm flying over from Australia and I will be there. So I will see you all there. But look, let's leave the video there. Thanks for everyone that tuned in. I'm FPLMattDay, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.